Good morning, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. It is Tuesday, February 27th, 2024, and we are going to say goodbye to Salabration this morning. Hey, Thelma, good morning. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Debbie. I was doing really good until yesterday. I had to run some errands, and unfortunately, someone decided they almost wanted to park on top of my car from the driver's side, and I had to finagle my way into my car to leave and really twisted my back pretty good. And it's a little sore. it hurts. It's not as bad as it did when I fell. So hopefully the pain cream will kick in and it'll go away. But yeah, I knew as soon as I did it too, man, I just felt it go the whole way straight up into my neck. So I was like, oh, this isn't good. But anyway, we will continue onward. Hi, Corinne. Thank you for sharing. Hope you guys are all doing well. All right, let's do a little business. Yes, we are saying goodbye to Salabration in just 2 days, right? Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, Salabration ends. And of course, there's not only this little book of goodies, but there's all those extras that Stampin' Up added in February. So if there's anything left in here, if you want a second set of the beautiful bird paper, I am thrilled to say that nothing sold out. So that is fabulous because so often we run out of the favorites and then everybody's like, oh, I really wanted that. So you still have time to get, at least as of yesterday, I didn't check it this morning, to be honest. You still have time to get any of these or any of the ones that were added in February. My two favorites on there, of course, are the 12 by 12 Designer Series paper pack of 48 sheets for a $50 purchase, and then the markers. That's a great deal for the new core color markers that they have that you can get for free with a $100 purchase. But this is also a great deal. And look, just a little bit of glare down here. So I'm hoping to be able to keep that somewhat calm by my body, maybe, but I don't think it's too distracting. But don't forget, this is the deal. This is the goodie. This is the thing that everybody wants. I do love stamping on it. I've had it at my design station and struggled with trying to remove the glare to bring it into camera. But this morning I just shifted everything. So I don't think I'm too dark, but I don't have some of the lights on that I normally put on and just moved a couple of the other ones. Hey, Betty. So anyway, yes, you get this for free when you join Stampin' Up. You get the starter kit. I know join is a scary word. Starter kit is a scary word. It's not scary at all, guys. You literally can pick $125 in product of your choice for $99 plus tax, no shipping, or you can add an additional $30 and get $155 worth of product for $99, or you can choose the glass mat plus the $125. So if this is something that you want, it's something to consider. There's only 2 days left for the special offer, and then it goes away. So we are waiting to hear. We believe that there may be an opportunity in the future, but we won't know until Salabration is over. We see what inventory looks like. Because what we don't want to do is put something out in the market and say, yes, you can purchase this. And, you know, we've got 10 of them. That's not going to go too far. And that would just disappoint people even more. So if you want to be sure, this is the way to go. All right. So Salabration, 2 more days. Grab it while you can. Also 2 more days to earn this month's Just Cards, okay, for free with a minimum $35 product purchase using my host code on my website. Oops, I was doing that one upside down. I probably should have put that designer paper at the top. I always do that. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. And then there's the last one, right? So these are pretty, they're very useful cards. There's about every season's not the occasion, every occasion that you could want a card for, we try to address in this class. And I don't know why, I must be talking the royal we, right? It's me, I design these. All you need is greetings. So if you're long distance and you're earning the kit, don't be worried that you're not going to have something. Any embossing is done for you. You get the gems. Actually, when you bump your order to a $50 product order before shipping and tax, using that host code, you are going to get a pack of the tinsel gems. And then the other ones that I used are included in the kit as well. So any die cutting, punching, all of that is done. Really, you get to put the cards together, sit back, chill, and put whatever greeting on it that you would like. So again, this set will be gone as of February 29th at 11:59, and there'll be a new host code with a new set of just cards for March. So if you want these, make sure you get that order in. And thank you to so many of you who have already placed your orders. I think I'm going to be working. My friend that helps me is doing some traveling in the next couple of months. So I think it's going to be me. So I might be a little slower in getting things out to you, but I will do my best. All right, and then let's talk about these pretty cards that we made last time we were together here. Love, love, love this set. It is just so pretty, I think. And the winner of these is Deborah Mackey. So congratulations, Deborah, and thank you so much for watching and commenting. And I will get these into the mail. Hopefully, I'm going to do it before I leave this week because I'm actually going to a retreat, not at my own retreat house. How about that? So I'll try to get them out before I leave for that. And then, yeah, so congratulations. Good morning, Carol Vegan. Okay. And then speaking of retreat house, if you are local to me, I do the open crop days or open craft days at my retreat house. And the next one is March 7th. I think I have 2 or 3 spots left in that one. And then after that, we have one on March 13th and March 28th. And I only have 1 spot left in the 28th date. So if you want to come hang out and craft the day away with us, we would love to have you join us. The cost is $15 for the full or partial day. Meals are on your own, but there's water, coffee, tea available there. So yeah, so that is always a fun time. All right, so we are going to do some projects here that a couple of these I did in my club, and then the last one I created just for our live today. So I want to show these to you. Oh, you're very welcome. Something happened there to the screen for a minute. So this is our fun fold for today. This is just a simple bridge card using our Trusty Tools, right? And the Designer Series paper, of course, that you can get for free when you buy the Trusty Tools bundle. And that's kind of cool how they coordinated it. And then we have this on the back. So I did this as a thank you card in club. My husband saw it and he's like, can you make a Father's Day card with it? I'm like, of course I can. Of course I can. Silly man, can I? Thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate that so much. That really does help me. So I've got the paper cut. We're going to go ahead and just do the fold. I've scored it. Let me grab a ruler and I can tell you what these measurements are, and then I'll go back and put them in at the bottom of the video when we're done. This is 4 1/4 by 8. And then we score it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. Or if you don't like all those measurements, just score it at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2 from each end, right? And then it is a mountain fold first and then a valley fold. So some of the things that I love about this glass mat, right? It's a very smooth surface to work on. And I know I've talked about it in other videos or lives, but you really have no drag when you're bringing your blending brushes in from the sides to add color because it is so smooth. You do want to keep it clean. And I just noticed there I have a little smudge, just so there's no adhesive or glue or anything that gets stuck on it. Where's he been all these years, right? Oh, I'll tell you. Sometimes I just think they're in their own little world, and that's okay, because aren't we in our own little world when we're crafting? So I tend to bring my silicone pad in when I am going to put glue down or adhesive down, just to make sure I am protecting that clean surface. I knew I was going to do that. Okay, well, we're going to pretend that this is going in the right orientation. I cut to the wrong orientation. I thought, oh, I'll just use the gray side because I need the gray side on the inside. And guess what? I didn't do that, and I'm not going to take the time to erase that. So we're just going to go with it. I'll replace it when I'm off the live. So I won't pat it down too hard. And then we're going to do this one, which is also one of the wrong ones. Or maybe I should stay consistent. What do you think? Let's do that. We'll just change that orientation. There we go. Okay. And then again, this opposite side. This just covers our panels. Trying to keep my edges equal. At the top and the bottom. We have the piece that looks like the pegboard. That's in the designer series paper as well. This is a little wider, so I'm less worried about getting adhesive on the glass mat. You can also write on the glass mat with like a whiteboard marker. It will wipe right off. This little tray we're going to use here in a little bit, and then this is the chamois that comes with it. So it's a thinner material than the other chamois that we offer independently. It does get hard just like the other one does, so you do have to keep it wet, and it will stain. But again, you can throw this in the washer if it gets real bad. I tend not to put this in any kind of container. It just kind of lays right there on the mat. So less chance of it getting that moldy, stinky smell when you seal a wet item up, right? Okay, so there is the beginning of our piece. And what happened to my, probably laying right in front of me here. We'll go ahead and do this while we're taping. Put our measurement down, or yeah, our measuring image. I think it's part of the tape measure. What do you think? Somebody said, oh, it's a ruler. Like, really? I think it's part of the tape measure. Supposedly coming out. That's how I envisioned it anyway. Okay. Now we're not going to really do too much with that right now. We'll go ahead and stamp the "You're Awesome." Who has the Trusty Tools? Anybody? So now remember, I'm using a photopolymer stamp. And typically we say, oh, we definitely need a cushion under that. We don't need a cushion under that. Look how clean that came out. That's one of the things I love about this mat. Whether it's a bolder image like that, the bottom, or whether it's the top line, which is a little bit thinner, it gives us a crisp image every time. You do, Carol? I really like it. It's a great masculine set, right? I'll be sad when I run out of the designer series paper for it because, you know, but you can make some awesome cards without the designer series paper. Corinne has it too. Good. Good, good, good. For some reason that one's fighting me. I have a lot of stamping and designing to do today, so I hope this isn't a sign that it's gonna fight me all the way. Okay, so we're gonna do some stamping here with the tools, coloring and die cutting. Let's move these pieces off so I can slide this up. These are going to be on the back. Okay, so I have the hammer, the wrench, and the tape measure. Love it. And somebody, I think it was my Wednesday night group, said, well, why? And I'm like, I don't know. I wish I could give you an answer. Thelma just got it. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why when you stamp it on like a regular table, if it's a photopolymer stamp set, and you stamp it on a regular table, and we tell you, make sure you use the cushion, and we know what happens when we don't use the cushion. I'm not really sure why we can stamp on a glass mat and get such a beautiful, crisp image, but we sure can. So as far as a masculine set goes, this is one of the best ones, right? That I think we've had in quite a while. I'm using light and dark wild wheat. I'm going to do this really quickly because, again, it's like watching paint dry when you watch someone sit and color. Okay. I'm just going to use the dark to highlight those shadowing marks. And then I've got light and dark gray granite. What other masculine sets do you guys have from Stampin' Up that you really like? Because aren't we always all looking for good masculine sets? Let's help each other out. I'm going to go ahead and do the hammer while I have this in my hand too. It just went out of my head, but I really like the one with the bear. You know, I use that one a lot, especially the greetings in that set, right? Wildlife Wonder, maybe. What other ones do you have? And probably just do the tape measure too, since it's in my hand. What do you think? Someday I need to find the time to sit down and go through all my blends, because this one's getting a little squeaky. And obviously, when you have a blend that is well loved, yes, you can still color with it, as I am, but it certainly does impact your ability to shade a little bit, if you will, if the ink isn't as, for lack of a better term, wet. I mean, we all know that it is fabulous to work with a brand new blend, right? We're going to go ahead and do the tape measure since wild wheat's laying right here. And then we're going to bring in some Lost Lagoon. This is the light. Yeah, it's I agree. And I really hope it carries over too, because I think we need another good masculine set. That's something somebody else, I think in Wednesday Night's Club, said to me, was that they're really hoping that the new annual catalog is going to have a lot of masculine in it. But I have to tell you, I've sat in on a lot of meetings with SU over the years, and we do kind of put them on the spot when it comes to our stamps. And, you know, we say about the masculine sets and different things, but time after time, statistics or data or whatever you want to call it proves that what sells are the stamp or the flowers. So maybe I need to start a campaign Don't buy the flowers. No, don't do that. Car set, probably an older set. Ah, okay. Oh, that's a good idea, Carol. That's a really good idea. Um, there is a sandbox out there that demonstrators and customers alike can submit information to Stampin' Up! On things that they'd like to see. I like that one. I might put that one in, or you can go put that one in. That's a good one. I think I might have grabbed two different, oh my, blends here. We're going to give it a whirl. Well, that time I'm going to leave that lighter. Okay, so we can die cut these. I have to die cut a wrench. So let me grab the set and the dies. So I love the little pencil too. I haven't used the pencil yet, but I think it's so cute. And the paintbrush. And I have a friend that is a house painter. I should make him a card. Okay, so we need the wrench. We need the tape measure, not the wrench. Well, yeah, I guess that's a wrench. We need that, and we need this wrench. Tons and tons, right? Of different, there's a drill in here. You can make a toolbox. Of course, the nuts and screws. There's the pencil. You can just cut out of the designer paper or cut out of the just cardstock and create your head for your hammer. There's a little bit of the tape measure. I just think it's a great, a lot of good thought went into this one, I think, in creating it and giving us tons and tons of options. Okay, take care, Debbie. The other thing I want to make sure you guys know, and those of you that have been stamping for a while, I'm sure do with us, is that just because Salabration is retiring does not mean the mini catalog is retiring, right? So if you don't have to worry that, oh my gosh, I only have another few days to get everything out of the mini I want. I can't do that. No. You have this month, the rest of this month, you have all of next month and April. So now things will sell out. There will be a retiring list coming out. And we all know what happens when those retiring lists come out. It's, all of a sudden things start flying off those shelves. So, and I will also remind you, I reminded over on Facebook, I think this week too, that the other thing that will be retiring for sure, well, for sure, I never say that, and I said it now twice. The 22-24 ink colors will be going away, right? They'll retire. So that includes your cardstock, your re-inkers, your ink pad, your embellishments, your ribbons, all of those things. So if you love those colors or one or two of those colors, this is something that you probably want to stock up on and grab even before the retired list comes in, because they tend to fly off the shelf at this time of the year. So there's our tape measure. My hammer slid. Might have to do a little repair work on him. So don't forget about those things. So often we don't, and I do try to encourage my customers to buy the re-inkers when they buy the ink pads, simply because then we forget about it, right? Then it's like, okay, I got everything I need. My ink pad's working great. Da, 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 da. And that's true, but it may not always work great. And then once it's gone, and you won't be able to get a replacement, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm just going to trim a little bit of this white off because it really did go to the left on me. There we go. All right, so these are just mounted flat. So let's bring back in our silicone pad. And this one's going to go tight to the right. And then we're going to put this guy beside him. And then this is going to go on our bridge. So this is what creates the bridge. And for some reason, and I know I had it last night, but now I don't. So let me grab a piece here that I think is going to work. And I'll just trim this down. I don't have the piece for the back. So let me fix that. I'm going to cut that to 4 1/8. The width looks to be just perfect, so good there. I always wonder what happens to things that I know I put in the box last night and they're not here now. Okay, so because he wanted me to show him the card done as a Father's Day card, that doesn't mean you can't choose the Father's Day card if you're the winner of the projects. You absolutely can, because I can recreate it. Awesome. And then what we're going to do on this one is we're going to put Dad. That didn't ink very well. Let's try that. That looks better. So we're going to put Dad. Okay. And then we're going to do Happy Father's Day right under that. I haven't used these stamps. They're photopolymer. I should have conditioned them first. There we go. All right, so this one on the floor. This is not going to work on there that way. So we're going to tilt it this way. That'll give Rick enough room, or whomever the recipient and the giver are, to sign it. And then I can still put a couple of the nuts and bolts down here. Oops. Okay. Add a little glue to this. And pop it like that. Okay. I recommend when you're doing a bridge card, you always do your back piece. If you're doing a back piece, sometimes people don't. I tend to, because I feel like, well, that's where you can sign it. And you can absolutely, and I'll show you how you fold this to put it into the envelope then. Right, once we get it all together. So we've got our back done. We've got the front done, with the exception of all of our bridge work. So we're going to do that now. So I'm going to just add a little adhesive right on the end. You could use super duper tear and tape. You could use Seal Plus for this. You could use Tombow. I'm just going with regular seal. And then, okay, well, how you're going to fold it down one way and open it up the other way. And then it fits directly across there. So here, I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive. And bring my card. And now when you fold it up to put it in an envelope, it fits perfectly into our regular size envelopes. Okay. We're going to add our greeting. Don't do what I just did on that card, but I can rub it off. I'm rubbing it off right now. There we go. All gone. I put the tape too high. And then this little guy is going to hang out on the other side. Just like that. And there is a bridge fold using Trusty Tools. So great as a thank you card, or you can turn it into an anniversary card, a Father's Day card. My goodness. Okay, so that was project number 1, Trusty Tools and the beautiful paper that goes with. Again, that beautiful paper is only going to be available for 2 more days. And I say that not really knowing if they have enough inventory to get them through 2 days, but it was available last night. All right, just cleaning these up a quick clean here, and then we're going to get into the next project. The next project is using another one of my favorites because I felt my husband loves these types of trees. And of course, growing up around the battlefield, we had lots of dogwoods and lots of redbud trees. So we're going to make this one using the Detailed Dogwood. I think that is so pretty with that basic gray background and then the moody mauve and the petal pink. And then on the inside, and this was an addition because when I finished my clubs, this had a mark on it. I'm like, well, I have to cover that mark. And I so wanted to show you how cool this is. The stamp in the set coordinates with Petal Park, right? So I love that we get more use out of our Petal Park stamp with this really pretty dogwood set. So we're going to create this one. And I also used in the background the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder that's part of that bundle in Salabration. So both that one and the dogwood requires a $100 purchase to get it for free. And I got one more coordination trick to show you too. So I did go ahead and do the embossing. So that's already done. And then we're using the pretty paper. And then I use the perennial postage dies to do both my front layer that's going to mat onto the moody mauve, and this is my inside layer. So let's put this one together. Ooh, careful. Seal loves to eat embossed cardstock, right? So always go with a light hand. I love this paper. I hate to cover up that pretty peacock side. And we'll bring in our dogwood set. Now, I didn't want the harshness of Memento Black. Memento Black is a great outline. You just got this one? Yeah, I love this one. A great outline for so many images. Such a nice sharp black, but I wanted it to be a little bit softer for this floral card. So I am using basic gray. And this is a red rubber stamp, so we can see how this cleans up. Because I'll have a little bit of ink right there. Gone. And what a sharp image we have, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. All right, so I'm going to use my chamois to clean up my stamp. We're going to grab our blends. And we are using light moody mauve for the center of the flowers. And even using the basic gray, when you see the card in person, you can see the detail in the center. So my easy, quick way to color this is we're going to do light, yes, light petal pink. Like, perhaps you should have checked that, Lori, before you just went to town. It's going to be all dark, so we don't have to cover that. So light and dark petal pink for the flowers. And then the greenery, the leaves and the stems are light and dark soft sea foam. And I always make buds that are closed dark. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm really just adding that dark over the shading lines that the creator of the stamp put into the pattern or the design. Because if they did all that work for me, I certainly am going to take advantage of it, right? I actually love when they do that I don't have to try to figure out where the light is hitting and add that depth myself. It certainly makes quick work of creating those beautiful flowers. And I'm looking at that and I'm saying, yeah, Laura, you totally missed a flower. Do you guys have dogwoods around where you live? I don't know if it's a Pennsylvania tree or if it's everywhere. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing, the light soft seafoam. Always looks so dark when I first start coloring. You know, my local ladies do. And I shouldn't really say ladies because there are lots of men that stamp too. One of my friends, she's also one of my team members, she always does cute little favors for all her family events and things like that. And they just did a birthday party for her grandson. She made cute little boxes and put cupcakes in them, and or maybe not cupcakes, but she put little sweet treats in them. And she told me, she said her 7-year-old, I think he's a great nephew. Hopefully I have that right. Came up to her and he said, you have to teach me how to do this. I want to learn to stamp. And I said, that's way cool. That is way cool. Because my nephew, Matthew, when he was little and would come hang out with us, he would sneak down after we sent him to bed at night. And he scared the dickens out of me the first time because I thought there was a mouse on my counter because I was sitting in a chair with my back to the area where I actually do the stamping. And I heard this rattling on my counter. And I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to turn around. I don't want to see what that is. One of my nephew's little hand coming up onto the counter to grab an ink pad out of my tower. Because he was upstairs creating cards for everybody. I say start him young, right? Creativity leads us so many places in this world. All right, so there we have a really pretty flower. I'm gonna go ahead and mount that. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Awesome. Let's close the basic gray before I lay anything else in it. Oh, there's a rubber band. And I love these perennial postage. This is another one, right? We hope this one carries over, at least I do. Because I think they're great too. Okay. Oh, I did not get the deepest sympathy stamp last night when I was getting stuff ready. But let me show you this. Because remember these tag punches that we have? Doesn't that look like a postage? It absolutely coordinates. So we're going to put in our Moody Mauve strip. And I always turn them over just to make sure they're centered and punch. And then we're going to do it again on the other side. Whoops. So there's two coordinating punches that you can use when you create this card or any card if you're using these images. There we go. So this tag punch is in the annual catalog, and it has what I call the real ticket, and then it has more of a smaller scallop edge to it. So perfect for this. And we're going to just go ahead and mount this one, and I'm going to wait and stamp with Deepest Sympathy in Moody Mauve. This is going to go on with dimensionals. So let's grab some of those. There they are. Oh no. I've done that. I've done that. Oh, that's cool, Corinne. That's very cool. Yes, I have fallen in love with something and not remembered I bought it and had two of them. At least I have an outlet for it now if I do that, right? Because I can put it in down at the Cozy Craft Nest. But before, usually it'd end up in my team basket. I lost a die and then I had to rebuy it. And then I forgot I rebought the die set and I bought it again. So I had 3 sets of dies, one with a missing die, and 1 set of stamps. And I've also done it the opposite way too. So this is going to go right down here. Now I tilted my flower a little bit more, so I'm going to keep this one closer to the bottom edge. And then once I get the With Deepest Sympathy stamped on there, I will add that. And we're going to add some of the brushed brass butterflies. This is one of my favorite embellishments. I can't tell you how many packs of them I've used. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend saved me because I didn't have enough for my team meeting. No, for club. Where did I do this card? We did this in club. But I had another project for team meeting I didn't have enough for. And she actually had almost a full pack, or it was a full pack. So I have some on the way, so I'll replace it for her. But I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. But I will be surprised if these carry over, because I think this is at least round 2, if not round 3, for those embellishments. Where did the tape go? Okay, and then we'll grab our inside. And we're gonna stamp. I must have been, my husband must have distracted me last night, because I know I pulled these stamps. They just didn't make it into the kit. So there's our soft sea foam. And then I've got some petal pink here. And some scrap. And our little flower. And I'm going to stamp 2 of them. Grab the Petal Park Punch. Yeah, let's do this one first. Otherwise, we may chop into this one. There's our one. And there's 2. So I love when we can get extra usage, have more than 1 stamp set that coordinates, right? And we're just going to pop those right down there in that corner. Here again, great time to bring in the silicone pad, because I don't want, like I said, the adhesive will wipe off the glass mat. It just takes a little bit more elbow grease. Oops. It acted like it put adhesive on. There we go. And then our sympathy greeting will go on there with may you find love in the days to come. May you find in the days to come. May you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, and I'll be brave and assume that I'm going to get it right when I stamp it in the Moody Mauve. Moody Mauve is one of those colors that I was like, oh, that's pretty, but now I really love it. And it goes great with so many colors, right? So there is the completed one with the greeting and the butterflies. Okay, so Dogwood, Detailed Dogwood, $100 purchase, available until Thursday night. Get this a wipe. And this a wipe. All right. Last one. And of course I had to use the Softly Sophisticated because you know that's one of my faves. And I used the yeah, sure I did. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I used one of the designer papers whose name is gone. My brain. I'm worried about my brain. And I don't even know what I did with my Salabration catalog to open it up and look at it. All right, who can tell me what paper I used? The inside sentiment is from Hope You Know. It's a fabulous set. And actually, I'll just grab that one because I know exactly where that is. Maybe. I move a little slower right now. This is a great set, and it's one that I didn't discover until just recently. But there's the greeting that we just talked about. You are the sunshine that brightens so many of my days. Just saying thank you doesn't seem like enough. Hope you know how much your kindness is appreciated. Wishing you comfort. Thinking of you today. Miss you. Hello, friend. Truly, deeply grateful. And thinking of you today and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that and so on. So it is a great stamp set. And like I said, I just discovered it. So, but yeah, this paper, I love this, and I love this pattern. It's the one that had gone away and then came back. I can't tell you the name of it. I'm sorry. And if I knew where my book was that I showed you at the beginning, I'd be able to do that. But it doesn't seem to be anywhere in sight either. Who knows which paper I used? Yeah, where did the book go? You're a brave woman teaching your son how to use the blends. I don't know that Matthew would have ever touched my blends. Anyway, okay, well, we're just going to make the card. It's this paper, right? It's this one, and we're going to do a bookbinding fold. I can't believe I can't think of the name of that paper. So I have a 3/4 inch score here. And I'm just going to go ahead and seal it while I'm here. And then we're going to run the strip of designer paper, whose name I can't tell you. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Ah, found the book. Found the book. I have a demo friend who does a game every time she loses something, and then she finds it. She's like, everybody take a drink, whether it's coffee, tea, water, or whatever, right? Softly Stippled. I knew it started with an S, but I couldn't come up with it. Softly Stippled, which is free with a $50 product purchase. This paper is gorgeous. I was sad because when I went to order it for someone, it was gone. And I hadn't realized it came back. So I wanted to use it today because I love it and I didn't get to play a whole lot with it. So, okay. So we're going to go ahead and add adhesive and mount our strip. And this pattern particularly, I thought it was an embossing folder when I saw it. It really looks like it has dimension to it. It's crazy. There we go. All right, then I have a little strip of Mossy Meadow. I'm just going to put it down here across the bottom. For some reason, when I'm showing card making, I like to get all my pieces corralled. I think it's because I'm afraid they'll disappear on my desk. Oh, good. That's a good plan. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So these are just basic rectangles. I didn't die cut. I wanted an easy, simple card. This would definitely fall under simple stamping. And then I'm going to add that to the card front with dimensionals. But it's cool that he likes to be work or crafting with you, Corinne. That is very cool. That was one of my mom's and my biggest things. And that woman, the number of crafts she did, the number of crafts she introduced me to, including the one that has been my full-time job for the last 6 years or so, plus over 20 years as a demonstrator. Yeah. Okay, let's stamp. So again, this is the Softly Sophisticated. It bundles with the Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder, which we used on the Dogwood card. It's just a small set, but it is so cute, and it has such great greetings, great font. The flowers are so much fun. So, photopolymer, Mossy Meadow. Now here, I told you I was going to show you how I use this. It doesn't slide. I don't have to hold on to it when I ink it up. Right? If it pops up and down, that means it's nice and juicy. I can't hold it there, but it's not sliding away from me as I'm trying to ink it. So we're going to stamp this right there. Beautiful. Look how sharp, clean, crisp. I love it. And then we're going to go. Oh, she eats it. Yeah, that would probably not be good. Oh, now she's pretty young though, right? Maybe she'll outgrow that and become a crafter with you. And then we're going to use Calypso Coral. And the trick here is find the little bud and find this to line it up. Look how sharp that is. I just love it. That's why it was always at my design station. I never remembered to move it over because I so enjoy stamping with it. And then I'm using the hello there. Oops, see, but I got to get used to it. And then hello there is going to go right in the center in the pool party. Perfect. Perfect image. Okay, that's a little stubborn. Hey, look, I found my paper for my tools. Crazy. It's all just crazy. And then this is going to come out right in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in some gems. These are also free with a $50 product purchase. You have Pool Party, Pecan Pie, and Calypso Coral. And on the inside of this, oh, I didn't stamp it last night, but I pulled it out to stamp it. We're going to stamp, let's do it in the Calypso, I think. One of the other greetings from the set. You're in my thoughts. And we could even put another flower down in the corner if we wanted to. What the heck's on the paper? Okay, then the gems. So these again are free with a $50 product purchase. These are the opaque faceted gems. And again, the colors are Pecan Pie, Calypso Coral, and Balmy Blue. So perfect for this card, right? One of those there. One in the center. So these are the larger, one lined up with the corner of the design. One lined up the corner of the design. And then I'm going to move to the small ones and set them down in between. And there we go. There is our card. What do you think? That's a quick and easy one. She just turned 2 and he's 3. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so let me pull the other ones back in here. This is our Farewell Bashed Celebration. Okay, so there is our tool card. Here is our Detailed Dogwood. And there is our book binding card with Softly Sophisticated. I hope you guys enjoyed those projects. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Share the video if you're so inclined. That does help me, and it helps YouTube know that you like what you're seeing, so more people get to see it. Remember, also leave a comment, even if you're watching after the live, because I do draw before we go live the next time to give away the projects that we make, and you might be the winner. Yeah, I love Detailed Dogwood best too. I don't know, maybe. Softly Sophisticated is a close runner-up though, because it's easy, right? No coloring involved. So I got something there for everyone. I got something for the masculine, I got something for quick and easy, and then we have the beautiful dogwood with the coloring. Thanks again, guys. Be safe. Have a great week. I will be live Sunday night at 8 over on my Facebook page, so you can come join me over there. And I will be back here next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Thanks, everyone. Bye.